Hi students, now I am taking direct tax 2 of second year BCom. Under that, income from capital gain. So this is the problem. So I read out the problem. Mr. D purchased a house in 1987 for rupees 1 lakh. So he purchased a house in the year 1987 at rupees 1 lakh. He died leaving his property to his son by will in December 2000. He died. He is not gifting the house. Remember, he is after death. He written the will that his property should be given to his son. However, he had incurred the following amount on improvement of the house. So, before his death, he is spent amount for the improvement of the house in the year 90 45,000, 95 65,000 and 98 99 25,000. So ಸಾಯುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಅವನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾನೆ. 1919 it is renovation and 65,000 1995 it is for adding 2 bathrooms and for the last one is it is for fixing the teak panels of on walls. So ಈ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ 3ಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಅವ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ 3 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 90 95 and 98 99. Then his son E sold the house in October 2017 for rupees 40 lakhs. So his son sold the house in the year 2017 for rupees 40 lakhs. Calculate the capital gain arising to E, assuming that the market value of the house under question is rupees 3 lakh. So the market value of the asset is 3 lakh. As on 1/4/2001. So he died in the year 2000, but the market value is given in the year 2001. He is not gifted, he is died. Therefore, we have to take this into consideration as a fair market value. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಡೆತ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. And he invested rupees 20,000 in 20 lakh in 3 years bond within 6 months. So if any bond is purchased within 1 year, it should be deducted under section 54. If it is 5 years bond, if it is now after 1 year also we can take into consideration. 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು 1 ವರ್ಷ ನಂತರ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1 ಇಯರ್ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಾಕಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ here it is 3 years bond, we can take it to consideration because it is purchased before 1 year of the sale. Next CIE is given. CIE is 2001 200, then sold date is 17/18 272. Now we have to calculate the taxable capital gain. With the help of this, we have to calculate the taxable capital gain. First we have to write the sale proceeds. See here, he is sold for rupees 40 lakhs. Then from this amount we have to deduct the selling expenses. There is no selling expenses here, so we can directly deduct the, it is long term capital gain because he sold it in 2017 and purchased it in 2000, or it is we got that property in the year 2000. So 2000 and sold in 2017 means it implies that it is a long term capital gain. So 2000 ಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅವ 2017 ಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 3 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So we have to write here indexed cost of acquisition. So less indexed cost of acquisition. Here we have to take the cost of asset is 1 lakh, fair market value is 3 lakh. Since he is died, we have to take this fair market value. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅದು ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಂತರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಡೆತ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಬರುವುದು, ಆಗದ್ದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ 1 lakh, fair market value is 3 lakh, whichever is higher we have to take. So here higher is 3 lakh into the index of purchased date. So sold is in the year of 2017. See the CII of 2017. First we have to write that amount, that CII, that is 272. So this is fair market value. See the fair market value 3 lakh of 1/4/2001. ಅಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಸಹ CII ಆ ಡೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವೀಗ ನೋಡಿ 1 lakh ಇದ್ದಾಗುವಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 98ಗೆ, 3 lakh ಇದ್ದಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 2001ಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ 2001 ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 3 lakh. 3 lakh ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇದರ ಡೇಟಿನ CII ನೋಡಬೇಕು 2001. So 2001 and 2002 it is given 100. So the amount is indexed cost of acquisition comes to 8,16,000. So deduct it, we get 31,84,000. 31,84,000. From this amount we have to deduct less exempted under section 54. Here once again, if any new house purchased within 1 year, it should be come under deduction under 54. Any amount deposited in capital gain account. Next, any bond purchased within 1 year or 5 years bond will come under here. So here 3 years bond is purchased in 6 months. It is given it is purchased in 6 months after the sale. 6 ತಿಂಗಳ ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1 year ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಷನ್. 3 years bond purchased. It is purchased for 20 lakh. 20 lakh. So 11,84,000 is the taxable long-term capital gain. So this is the taxable long-term capital gain. So section 54 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, 5 years ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆದರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ 2 years ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1 year ಒಳಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೇಲ್ ಆದ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1 year ಒಳಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So this is the solution for this problem. With this we can end this problem. Thank you.